Hey, what is up, guys? Exio here, bringing you an episode or second episode of Tutorial Tuesdays. I'm sorry for being so inactive lately. I just have not been feeling the greatest and just been busy with IRL stuff. But today we're going to be covering a background. We're going to be doing a 2D one. So I'll go ahead and pull in my template. Like I said, I'm just really sorry for going inactive. I think I've been inactive for like 5 days or something. I just have not been feeling the greatest at all. Like, I've had a intro that's been sitting there waiting to be done, which is Demonic Artifacts intro. It's been waiting to be done for a while. I just haven't had the time to do it because I've been not feeling the greatest and I've been busy with IRL stuff. So sorry to Techie for not getting it done yet. I'll probably be finishing it up tonight. Same with the Fractal Arts entry that I had rendering out whenever I wasn't feeling very good. Anyway, once you get your template in here, I'm going to do something different since I'm doing a certain style of 2D background. I'm going to select this area, and right click, hit via cut. This is the main area that we're going to be working with, that's why I cut it out. Oh, and I screwed something up, so hold on. Okay, Control D to deselect. I didn't have it over all the way. Sorry, I have not had anything open like Photoshop or anything else in forever. I've literally felt like complete crap lately. I don't even know why. I think I'm just sick because of the weather. But anyway, then you just go and do that. Right click via cut again. Go ahead and Control 0 to zoom back in if you had to do what I did. Right click, go to blending options. Let's do a gradient overlay. Just a very slight, oh, not that. Keep it on normal. Let's do a slight gradient overlay. Just enough. That's a good one right there. That's without my CC on. That's with CC on if you guys wanted to see. But anyway, from here, we'll go ahead and drag in a logo. I'll do the fractal one just because it's there. I'm not like planning on this being a super awesome background or anything. This is just a tutorial. But I know this logo is gonna be huge. That's why I'm making it so small. But you just go ahead and size it, or you can just drag it in and then size it. But I know it's gonna be huge. That's why I went ahead and sized it. It's just gonna be a grungy background. It's not gonna be anything like super special at all. Go ahead and center it by hitting Control A and then clicking this button right here. And then this button right here to completely center it. I'll go ahead and hide the rulers too. Oh, accidentally grouped it. Okay, from here we're going to go ahead and start bringing in textures for the actual background. I'm trying to think of where good textures are. I have some saved from whenever I made materials. So I'll go ahead and open up a couple of those, see if anything looks good. This one right here should be good. Go ahead and drag it in. Alright, wait, never mind. This one isn't gonna be good. It's super small, I forgot. No, we won't worry about that. We'll just go into where my other textures are. A really good texture pack is Rated's texture pack. Trying to think of someone else's. Can't really think of someone else's. But in Rated's pack, you just go into the textures and grunge. You can do walls and stone, metal, and everything else. I'm gonna start off with some grunge though. Right here's actually good grunge. It's got some like scripture on it. Script, I don't know. Not really scripture. Go ahead and drag that in there. Now, not the best at backgrounds like that. I'll go ahead and tell you guys that right now. I've only done a couple of them. They've turned out decent. I'm not like wanting this one to turn out super amazing though. Or I'm not expecting it, I should say. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now it's letting me erase. Should we do overlay? Yeah, we'll do overlay. We'll go ahead and turn on my CC too. CC will clean it up nice and well. Actually, no, instead of doing a text, or a font, or not a font, a logo, we'll go ahead and do text, because it's a little bit easier to work with, in my opinion. A good font, we'll just do XCO. That isn't the font, by the way. Good font, Babus, maybe? We'll check that out. It might be a little too close together. Yeah, it's a little too close together. Let's see here. What kind of font do we want? A good 2D font. I kind of like how that looks, but then I don't, so. Trying to think here. We'll use. You're not Gitch. Code. We'll just use code. It's not a bad font. Actually, no, I just thought of one. Shoot, where is it? I gotta find it first. I forget the name of it, but I know what it looks like. No, that isn't it. Never mind. Hmm. We'll use Planet Cosmos, why not? It looks retarded with my name, so I'll go ahead and change it. As you can see, you can't really see it at all. Well, we'll be changing that. Oh. If you do something like that, then just go and delete it. Delete the layer. Okay. Okay, I have this layer style made. I manipulated it from someone else's layer style. I don't remember who. Oh wait, not that layer. Is it this layer style? I don't remember. Yeah, not that one. Is it that one? No. 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 Trying to think of what layer style it was. Wait, what does the fire one look like? That's really fiery. Okay, we'll just go with this one. Actually, you know what? No, we'll make our own. Why not, YOLO? Sorry, I'm kind of wasting your guys' time with going through and picking what I want. Not color. Go ahead and go to gradient overlay. Make it where you can distinguish it from the actual backdrop. Outer glow, we'll go ahead and do that on black. And then normal. And just lower it down. I'm gonna do 10%. Just enough. Crap, not satin. Bevel and emboss, I'm gonna do a little bit of bevel. No, I usually do chisel hard. I just like the way that it looks. That's way too much depth. Way too much depth. Yeah, screw it, we don't need any bevel and emboss. I don't feel like messing with it. Trying to think here. No, let's do a pattern overlay. I have this grungy metal looking overlay. I'm gonna go ahead and lower the opacity on it. That's actually a default overlay, by the way, too. So there's our layer style. I'm gonna go ahead and make the text a little bit smaller, just so then we can fit it in. Let's do arts too. Just hit Control J to copy it, because I don't really need to save the layer style, because it's easy to make. Then just do ARTS. Nope, there we go. Go ahead and center this. Oh, it's already centered. I'm gonna drag that up and drag arts to where it lines up with it. Like right. Hold on. Oh, whoa, that's really zoomed in. But you can hit V and then hit your little keypad things to scoot it over to your liking. Um, I'd say right there looks good. Now just hit Control 0 to zoom back out. I'm actually gonna hit Control G for that. Okay, now create a new layer by hitting Control Shift in, then hit OK. Go to your brush, right click, put the hardness on 0, or just click that. 500 pixels? Yeah, 500. But just go and click anywhere. Oh, not black. Make sure it's white. Sorry, I had a goof moment. Then you just hit Control A and then center it again. As you can see, the script is like really, really bright still from that. This will become darker after we're done. But go ahead and hit Control Shift in again. And instead of doing a regular black backdrop, we're gonna do something else. Let's go to a color overlay. Oh, not color overlay, I mean gradient overlay. Instead of doing a straight black, we'll do like a gray. Just go and brighten it up a little bit. On the text too, go ahead and go to blending options. We're gonna add a stroke to it. Do a 3 and then color of it. Let's do like a gray maybe, or a light gray. Yeah, light gray looks good. Now I'll go ahead and just go ahead and save this layer style, just in case I need it later on. You go to a new style, and then hit include layer blending options, and then just hit OK. And as you can see, it appears down there. So I'll go ahead and just click the fractal, and it puts on the whatchamacallit? Whatever it's called. Let's see here, do we okay, which one's the light? Okay, that one's the light. Okay, then this one. Oh, let's do, since I know what this is, we'll clear the layer style. Then hit Control Shift in. Hit use previous layers to create a clipping mask. I'm sorry, I have to go and redo this. I'm kind of a dumb person. Instead of making it a real bright blue, let's make it like a dark blue. Not that dark. Maybe right there. Like a cobalt, maybe. Go ahead and paint that in. Merge down, then go to blending options. Let's do gradient overlay again. Click on it. Do a light gray again. Like right there. Lower the opacity to 10%, I think we had it last time. Or around there. Doesn't have to be exact. Let's actually mess around with it. Let's do 25. That looks good. Now, since this is just a regular layer, we're gonna grab our paintbrush. Make sure it's black. Go ahead and start adding on some grungy brushes. I'll leave a download link in the description, probably, for these. I'll go ahead and make it all grungy and black and everything. Splatter it everywhere. Okay, hold on, I have to wait for Photoshop to catch up. There we go. Now just go and set it to overlay. Sometimes the overlay won't work, I'll go ahead and tell you that now. If it doesn't work, then just set it to normal and lower the opacity. Usually overlay will work. Let's do 10% opacity. It needs more. Let's try 35. Let's see what that looks like. 35 is a little too much in my opinion. Let's do 25. 25 looks good. Now we're actually going to go ahead and grab some more textures, so we'll go ahead and close that out. Just Not that one actually. This gray grunge textures looks pretty good, I think. Go ahead and drag it in. Go ahead and disable the lock on it. Bring it in here. See here, how big is it? That's pretty big. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Okay, this thing is huge. I forgot how big it was. No, we'll go ahead and center it. Hit Control A. With your move tool, select Control A and then center it like I showed you how to earlier. Okay, now go ahead and set it to overlay. Lower the opacity a little bit. That looks good. That's good with that texture because you don't want to use it more than once, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and skip the grunge now. Go over to walls and stone. This one looks good. This one looks really good for grunge. Okay, this one's kind of small, so what we're gonna do is drag it over here, and get our eraser brush and make sure it's on 0 hardness. Just go and erase that part, or one of the hard edges. Let it load up. Make sure it looks like that. I don't know why. Hit Control T. Don't hit Control T. Then just drag it over. Make sure it looks kind of natural. If it doesn't, then just erase it a little bit on the edges. Make it blend in like that. Merge layers, and then hit Control J, Control T. And then right click, hit flip horizontal, or flip horizontally, whatever it says. Just flip it back, or the long ways. Easiest way to say that. Okay, well then you merge it together, hit overlay again. As you can see, that made it really dark. So we're gonna lower the opacity a little bit. That looks good. Now we're actually gonna hit Control Shift N again. Make sure it's under all the grunge layers. Hit B again on your brush tool, or for your brush tool. Look for some really good paint splatter looking stuff, like these. Oh, not that. Like these. And just click randomly around here. And then go ahead and switch over to another brush. We'll do that one. Like that. See here, what else do we have? Oh, we have these. Go and keep on just splattering it around until you think it looks good. I think a couple more splatters and it'll look good. Go ahead and hit V, and I think that looks good. Go to overlay. Just lower the opacity. Let's try 20%. 20%'s a little too much still. Let's try 10. I think looks pretty good. Okay, now for the lighting, we'll go ahead and lower the opacity on it. It's still a little too overpowering. I think that looks good. Now we'll actually grab the scripts and move them around some. I'll just go ahead and keep on moving it around. I'll leave a download link in the description. I know that for like some of these textures. Actually, no, instead of that, I'll just leave a download link for Rated's texture pack. Come on, drag over, bud. It's not wanting to drag over for some reason. I have no idea why it's not wanting to drag over. There we go, now it is. Okay, and that's actually looking really good. The text doesn't look very good at all. I'll make that look better in a second, though. I'll actually go ahead and do that and just name it scripts. Also, I will not have a regular uploading schedule until probably the end of November. Or not the end of November. The end of the first week of November, because I'm busy doing stuff with IRL friends and other stuff like that. I will try to do regular uploading. What I'm doing here is just going and taking a splatter brush and splattering some black paint brushes onto this, just to add on to the effect. Go ahead and do what we did on the backdrop right here. Set to overlay, lower the opacity a little bit. Kind of like that. I'm going to add on a couple of textures. No, let's try this texture. This texture might work. Set it to overlay whenever you're using a texture, and make sure you lower it a lot. Uh, 15% looks good. Trying to think if there's anything else that we need here. I think the text needs some color. I don't know about you guys. I think it does. I have no idea why my voice is sounding so weird, but oh well. Go to a color overlay, make it blue. Or not just a regular blue, do like an in-between like that. And then just go and, yeah, we'll do it like that. Actually, we'll do the really deep blue right there. Just make it kind of a light blue like that. And then we'll just save it, or not a new style. I wonder if you can save it as a, whatever it's called. We'll just save it as a new style, I don't care. I can delete the old one. Such as dragging it down like that. And then bam, we have our new style. Then we'll just do that. That's actually blending in a little too much in my opinion. Like way too much, now that I look at it. So we'll go ahead and mess with it again. It's just trial and error pretty much, especially for me. I haven't done designing in a couple of, or more than a couple of days, like a week. Actually, instead of changing the color, maybe now we do a bevel and a boss. Put a hard chisel. I don't really know. You know what, I got a better idea. Instead of doing that, where is it? Is it that? No, not that. We'll just clear the layer style. Now it's like that. We'll merge the layers, or rasterize them. Merge them together. And then we'll add on that. Go to blending options. Go to color overlay. Okay, there we go. I kind of like that. The grunge is a little too much right now, though, so I'm going to lower it. Let's do about 3%. Okay, never mind. I do not like that color at all. So, we'll go back now. I'm sorry, this is taking about... You know what, I'll just be right back whenever I'm done with this, okay? Okay, guys, I'm back. This is good enough. It's just a tutorial. I'm not good with layer styles. I'm gonna actually go and screw around with this to make it look kind of cool and kind of not really 3D, but go and angle it, I guess you could say. I'm gonna actually mess with a little bit more. You hold control and drag, by the way, if you guys didn't know. I'm assuming you guys did, though. Um, no, let's screw it. This is good enough. Now just go ahead and center it. Make sure it's good and center. I'm actually gonna rotate it a little bit. I'm gonna rotate it just a tiny bit. Um, let's see what this looks like. That looks pretty good. I'm actually gonna go and center it again, though. Go ahead and hit Control H to bring your rulers up if you need it. I actually don't think that looks too bad. See here, do I have a CC on? Yeah, I do, okay. Next, we're gonna be doing optical flares on it. Or flares, sorry. I'm talking, editing stuff. Go ahead and name this text. Rated pack has optical flares in it. Sorry about the messy background, guys. I haven't been on my computer in a while, and it's just gotten out of control. Where are the flares at? Template exclusive. What's in this? Oh, some weird thing. I want whatever I was looking for. I forget what I was looking for. Oh, flares, there it is. Let's find a good looking flare. This is like an editing pack, or editing flare pack thing. That might be good actually for the top. Set it to screen. Where's the actual flare at? Oh, there it is. Control A to center it again. Oh my. Whoa, Control Z. Control Alt Z. Oh, Control D, I mean. Control D. There we go. Go ahead and just center it now. Mine's a little weird. Now I'm gonna erase around it. Now I'm gonna go and scoot it up a little bit. Move it over to the right a little bit more. Still a little bit more. Bring it down a little bit. And then I'm gonna lower the opacity to like 40%. Just add a little bit of light up there. Next, we'll be doing the text. This blue explosion looks pretty good. Let's see what it looks like. I'm actually gonna erase around it though. I'll go ahead and set to screen too. Need to, oh, there it is. Go ahead and set it where you want. If it's not perfect, you can zoom in and adjust it a little bit easier. Then once you're done, just hit Control 0. Oh, there we go. That's obviously way too bright. Actually, it's not just that. Needs to be resized a lot. Just go ahead and resize it. I'm assuming you guys know how to. If not, then hit Control T or whatever. And just hold Shift and drag whichever way. inwards, and then bam, it's resized. Like I said, this isn't something that I normally do, like grunginess. I don't do clean professional grunge. I don't even know what to call my stuff. I'm actually working on a space style too, by the way, guys. I have a pretty cool idea for it. I got the idea from one of my friends that actually do 3D, and he told me I could go ahead and attempt it. Just go ahead and size this on, your, whatever it's called, your text. Forgot what it was called at first. That flare looks pretty well placed. I like that. Now we're actually gonna hit Control J and move it. Let's move this one onto the F. Is it center? No, it's not. Okay, it's obviously gonna give issues again. Let's go ahead and zoom it in. Go ahead and size it up on wherever you need it. Hit Control 0 again. Okay, now in my opinion, this needs still cleaned up a little bit with CC. So I'm going to go into the spoil pack that I got from winning Cesso's contest. I'm gonna go ahead and open up his CCs. We'll go ahead and throw on the cool theme since it's more for blues and stuff like that. Make sure it's above your regular CC. And it made it a little dark, so I'm gonna lower the opacity. Do 75 maybe? Um, maybe more. Let's try 50%. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. Let me select that and that. Control G, Control T again. We're actually gonna go and manipulate the text a little bit more. Let's see what this looks like. Go ahead and drag it over a little bit more. Just adjust it to your liking. My liking is different from other people's. Wait, this is what it looks like. Oh my, that looks terrible. Okay, we'll just go back to what it was already at. I'm not good at stretching it very well. Which actually doesn't look bad, so I'm not gonna get, like, super OCD about it. Now go ahead and hit Control-Shift-N. Go to B, or hit yes, or whatever. Now I'm actually gonna go ahead and splatter this part, or around this area. Just so that it fades in. Which right here we can go ahead and just completely fill. Uh, there we go. That looks good. Just go and make it fade in a little bit. Okay, that's just to go and make it fade in or fade out, whatever you want to call it. Um, we'll set that to overlay actually. Instead of normal, I forgot to do that. Control H. That actually doesn't look bad. Now you can just do whatever you want to do now. Most people do like designed by or whatever. Most people don't put signatures on backgrounds like these, mainly because it makes them look like non-professional or whatever you want to call it. Um, I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm not the best at making backgrounds like this. I'm not a background designer, really, like for stuff like these. I do the crazy looking, space or retro looking stuff, which I'm completely fine with, not or being able to do these. Uh, I'll leave a download link for the PSD if you guys want. Um, Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And also, since I know I've been like keeping an eye on my channel, and I know that I've been over like, or I'm over 250 subs, so I will probably do something for that, just to say thank you and everything. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye. Also, guys, I just thought about it. One thing that you can do. I'm sorry about not giving out this CC because Cessa would probably kill me. But one thing that you can do is you can duplicate your background wherever it is. There it is. You go ahead and merge it, or right click and then merge it. Once I find the merge group, there it is. I just thought of this. This is just like an add-on thing. You can go ahead and blur it, like just a tiny bit. I go to blur. I do this a lot. I'll do a motion blur on like 29 pixels. That's the normal blur that I do. Then I'll erase around where the main part is, which would be the text. Make sure you have 0 hardness too, that way it blurs out the edges still. And lower it down, I usually do in between 10 and 25. I try to do around there. And then just blurs around the area, just a little bit to blend it in a little bit. Another thing that I normally do, I go ahead and, or I duplicate it before I add on that motion blur. I go to filter, blur, I go to radial blur, and then you go to best, zoom, or put the amount to 100. This is just to give a nice radial blur. I'll be back whenever this is done because this takes forever to do. Okay, I'm back, guys. Go ahead and erase it, or erase around it. Like that, and then go ahead and lower the opacity. I'm gonna do 10%. I think that'll look good. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit after I click the actual plus button. Okay, this is what it looks like in the finished product. This has been Exio. Hope you guys enjoy, and peace. Hope to see you guys next week for another episode.